Out there. Let's see. Hello. Hey. Is this working? Hello? I feel like it is working now. Can I get chat to confirm? I have no idea if this is working. The computer is telling me that it's working. That's only slightly reassuring. I've definitely been talking to myself for at least 20 minutes now. This is nice. But hey, that's okay. Sometimes you gotta try some things. I can't wait to watch this stream back.
Out there.
And see myself just out there just acting a fool.
Let's see. Hello. Hey.
All right. I do believe it is working now. I believe that the world can hear me. So let's go ahead and get that started. Let's try this again, yo. So salutations. Right? That's how Garrett sounds. Let me know. 10 out of 10. I believe that it worked. That sounds just like Garrett. Let's see. Ooh. Still not entirely sure if y'all can hear me or not. No one says that it hasn't started working. Oh, wait. There we go. Chat's coming through. Someone can hear me, and this is amazing. Well, hey, now that I guess we're officially streaming now. This is a great day. What a wonderful time. What a wonderful time to be alive. Us millennials, we like to say that we're so good at technology things, and man, are we though? I know I'm not. Oh yeah. Well, anyway, let's continue the adventure. I don't remember anything that I was saying for the last 20 minutes, but I was definitely in here chatting up to myself until Garrett said, "Yo, we can't hear you at all." So that's embarrassing. If anybody wanted to know the most embarrassing things in the world, that was it right there. But hey, it's okay. Garrett's not here tonight. He's taking a little recovery, very well-earned rest. Man works too much. But it's also the end of the school year, so you know how them kids be trifling. So it's okay. Go get that rest, man. Get out of here. But hey, y'all, we've been working on Story Elus for quite a bit, and that's been very exciting. I love this world. I'm ready to see some more of it. We're gonna do some world building, but tonight we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna jump over into another world. But I highly encourage you to jump over on Tuesday nights and watch the stream, the campaign stream, where we get to see the adventurers run around in Story Elus and figure out what's going on in the world. And this McLeod family right now, man, they're looking kind of sus, if you ask me. And I want to know more about what's happening over there. Even though I helped build a world, I don't know everything. I don't know what Garrett's going to do. He's got secrets on secrets. You don't know what's going to happen. Anything can happen. But hey, we're gonna look at a whole new world, just like Aladdin and what's her face. And by that, we're gonna dive into a world that I helped build. Well, I made it for a one shot that Garrett and our D&D group we ran at our table a few weeks ago. It was supposed to be a one shot, was not. As many in the D&D community have tried running a one shot, and then it turns out this is a 25 shot campaign. It was kind of like that. So we're working on paring it down a little bit. Want to do a little bit more fine tuning, and we're gonna dive into this world known as Quadrivium. And by world, I mean it's literally just a town right now. And that's it. And we're just kind of fine-tuning, digging a little bit deeper into this here town. And the first thing that I want to jump into for Quadrivium is the religion. I don't know about y'all, but I love a nice religious plot, because that's super fun. I think so anyway. If you don't, I'm sorry. It's okay. But what's happening with that? In the one shot, one of the things that made it a little too complicated in Quadrivium was that I had two big churches that was supposed to kind of symbolize this duality that was going on in the world. These two churches, and the party was gonna need to interact with both of them at different points on things, but no spoilers, not yet. So one of the things that we're gonna work on here tonight is we're gonna take those two churches and we're gonna shake it off, and we're gonna make it one solid church for the town of Quadrivium. We're gonna pare it down just a little bit, so we're gonna see what happens here. So let's take a look. The first church that we had it there was the Church of Pollux. Now Pollux is a name that I absolutely stole in Greco-Roman theology, and the whole thing there was that Pollux and Castor are pair of twins, and they get into some mischiefs at different points in time, known for all sorts of different things, sports, physical things, all kind of stuff like that. They're not really big in the pantheon, but that's okay for our purposes. I wanted something a little bit obscure so I could make whatever I wanted to with it. I really wanted more of the fact that they were kind of twins, but we're going to merge that into one thing, and make it one religion that kind of dominates the town, if you will. And the duality will come between the church and the evil forces at play. You'll see what they are if you ever decide to play our adventure that one day we might lean up and have available for all you guys out there, all you guys and gals. So maybe you might see this coming out sometime. But yeah, so Church of Pollux and the Church of Castor on the other side were two of the big religions, and I wanted to condense them down. So we got church. Take me to church. And my internet be lagging so bad. That comes out as truh. I write real good. So I'm literally just going to double them up of Pollux and Castor. So it's no longer going to be two churches, it's just going to be one. And within that, one of the main themes of Quadrivium is that there's a duality behind so much going on. There's two sides to every coin, or even a third side if you can get it to stand up on its edge. So there's always a different way of looking at things, and choices are very important. Like where are you making the choice to do what, and what are the consequences of that choice? Oh no, it's the consequences of our actions. There's gonna be a lot of that in this world, and I want the church to have and symbolize a lot of that itself as well. So I kind of want these ideals for the church that kind of build the foundation of the church that seem like they might be at odds with itself. But there are different interpretations of the ways that they gel and condense. So for example, one of the, if you will, one of the spectrum foundational pieces, we'll go with power and grace as one of like the fundamental teachings. So when I first throw this out here, you think that, power, someone who's very strong in some sense of the term, like you have some sort of oomph, right? Like maybe you're physically strong, or maybe you're very intelligent, and that allows you, certain knowledge is power kind of thing, or maybe you're very cunning and you're able to manipulate all the things in the right places, or maybe you got a lot of money, or political influence, or something of that nature, and it gives you power over others in different ways because you have something that many people want. But power in itself is seen as an inward focused, narcissistic kind of thing, if you will. Whereas grace seems it's a very non-self-centered ideal, right? Like the idea of giving grace is that you give something that someone didn't deserve or earn, right? You're definitely not giving them what they deserved. You're gracing them with something that they had no right to in any sort of fashion. A little different from mercy, but we won't get into that. But power and grace, kind of on a spectrum there, but the two combined, I want to be a foundational piece of the church. And people interpret that differently. And it'll also allow DMs and players in the world to be able to take their own interpretations. And the fun thing about this is they can all be right and they can all be wrong at the same time. And if you're ever running this in your world, you can steal this kind of idea too. But you can play it a little differently. Maybe you lean into more of that. This person is all about being powerful, and my power is a grace to your presence. Maybe it's something like that, or maybe they're on the other edge of the thing, and they see it that they hold true power by giving grace to people on an everyday basis, by maybe donating their time, donating their funds, donating essentials and things that you need to those who need it. They didn't earn it. So like feeding the poor, and that's going to be a big element in Quadrivium as well, because what we have is another duality of a large separation between the upper and lower class. Holy cow! Not gonna lie, y'all, that sound just scared the crap out of me. I don't even know what happened. That definitely made me jump. So I'm. What just happened there? Holy snikes! Did y'all hear that loud huzzah? Now I'm all sweaty and everything. Who did this? Who did this thing? Please wait while my top A-grade internet takes 10,000 years to load. Do. No, but seriously, my internet is being super great. Everything is lagging. I don't even know why. Okay. We're just gonna We're just going to keep doing the thing. Okay. We're doing that again. You know. Alright, here we go. Not gonna lie, that has totally unsettled me the whole way. I don't even know what happened. But I appreciate that. I really do. Okay, so let's jump back over to quad review. And whoever did that, if you do that again, I'm not gonna jump that next time. I definitely want to watch that back. Not gonna lie. Let's go back. Okay, so we're talking about dualities, and we're going into power and grace. So there are some who driven to power, no matter the cost, because they believe gathering more power benefits everyone around them. So, for example, someone might have the ideal that, well, if I build a monetary empire, a large, company or business or something like that, and I employ a lot of people, I'm bringing money into the world. I'm giving people chances who did not have chances before. And so that makes a big deal, right? Because, hey, people need money. People need jobs. People got to eat. So that's a pretty big deal. And they see that as a way that their power lends grace to people. And you have those who interpret it as the other way around, that grace is its own power. Right? Because it can also be a situation where think of someone who helps out the neighborhood, who is always there being selfless and giving. That creates its own sense of loyalty. Like, I'm gonna do you this favor, and then one day I'm gonna need a friend, and when I call upon that friend, I'd like you to repay the favor. Something like that, but maybe not as malicious. So feel free to rate my terrible Marlon Brando attempt right there. But hey, or even like a saint or a Mother Teresa. I would bet money that the people around Mother Teresa, like who she helped, like the areas that she helped, I bet they had a huge loyalty to her. They were following her because she gives, she helps, she's selfless. I see that. I see her goodness. And that turns heads, y'all. That's powerful in its own right. Because those types of individuals can use their influence for a great number of things. Because if you know someone to be, or you feel that someone is good, they're always helping people, they're doing so many good things for others. When they make a suggestion or ask for something to be done, even if it seems a little questionable, people still might do it because of who's asking. And that makes for an interesting story. So I love a little bit of great morality. That's what it's all about. Boom, I can type words. Look at that. Type stuff all the time. Okay. So I want to add some more foundational ideas as well. But I also want to build the church. Like who's here? Who's in the church? Kind of things. Now, when I first ran this, I had a head priest in each of the churches. One of them was a like a Leonin snow leopard. It was very cool. He's got the the white fur with like the black and gray spots because he's a leopard. Like, man, that's such a cool idea. I want to build more on that character. And then the other one I had, he's a large, or I guess medium. Sorry, D&D rules. A medium-sized creature that is a grasshopper. Kind of think like if you ever saw James and the Giant Peach, all the bugs, like when they get bigger, there's a grasshopper in there, and I think that having a sentient grasshopper who speaks common and just kind of hangs out is a really cool character, and I'm not sure which one I want to go with just yet. The snow leopard might be a little bit easier, just because we have some stats already for Leonins and things of that nature. But you know what? We're gonna make a grasshopper. Decision made. Yep. Feel free to drop in ideas, suggestions of what this race should be called, because I'm just going with the idea that there's not a race like this already in D&D 5e, at least not that I have seen. But if you know of one or you've got an idea for it, let's go. So these grasshopper creatures, they're a medium build. Obviously, they have super long legs that they can use to jump great distances. So if we want to put some mechanics on it, a grasshopper, because they also have wings. Ooh, hold on now. That gave me an idea. And wings. But if you've ever seen grasshoppers, which I used to have a ton of grasshoppers out at my home as a kid growing up, they don't really fly, right? They have wings, but they don't really fly. They use their legs and their wings to kind of just get this great jump, and they kind of use the wings to guide them a little bit and get them a little bit further. But they don't really fly, as far as what I've seen. Yeah, the observation. That's canon now. This is my world, and that's what I can do. So they can't fly, but they can do a really cool gliding and jump. They can use wings to glide and jump. So in 5e, I believe the regular jumping rule is that you can jump equal to half of your strength stat. So if you had a 20 strength, just to make it easy, you could jump 10 feet from a standing position, which is crazy. If you ever saw